You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly. You have successfully joined the webcast. Please stand by. The meeting will begin shortly.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bob Duffy, and as chair, I now call to order the meeting of the directors of the Erie County Stadium Corporation for Monday, March 16th, 2026. I'd like to note for the record that this meeting is being webcast. We welcome public comment on today's agenda items. I will note for the record that the public was given the opportunity to comment on the agenda items by submitting their written comments by 3 p.m. on Friday. I'd like to state for the record that no comments were received from the public concerning today's agenda items. I will also note that we do not have any members of the public attending today's meeting. The directors have received the relevant written materials in advance of today's meeting and are free to ask questions at any time. Before we begin with the main portion of the meeting, I would like to ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflict of interest with respect to any of the agenda items today. If so, I'd like to ask you just to please make that appropriate disclosure for the record now, and we will be sure that you may recuse yourselves from any discussion or vote regarding such items. Hearing none, our first order of business is the approval of the minutes of the director's meeting of December 1st, 2025. And second, any questions, comments, deletions? If not, motion for approval has been approved and so moved. So, all in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. The motion carries. And I'd like to ask Steve Brunelli, the corporation's president, to present our final agenda item, a request for authorization for the corporation to adopt its operating and capital budget for fiscal year 2026-27. Steve?
Great. Thanks, Bob. New York state law requires that we come together before April 1st of each fiscal year for the board to approve both our operating and capital budget. Funds for both of these budgets will be administered by Empire State Development, our parent corporation, pursuant to an MOU that we entered previously. The operating budget proposes a total of $828,907 in personnel services and a total of $1,881,000 non-personnel services for a total fiscal year 26-27 operating budget of a little over $2.7 million. And these funds will be provided through Empire State Development from New York State budget appropriations. On the capital side, our corporation's fiscal budget for next year is $12,670,000. And this represents the expected funding to be provided for both capital improvements and maintenance and repairs at the stadium complex for the upcoming year. Again, New York State budget appropriations provided through Empire State. The split on this $12 million is we're going to use $6 million of that for capital improvement fund, and $6.67 million will go into a maintenance and repair fund. Both of these funds were previously approved by this board as part of the lease agreement back in 2023. Approval of the budgets constitutes a type 2 action. No further environmental review is required. And ESD recognizes its obligation under the law to promote opportunities for maximum feasible participation for both women-owned and minority-owned business enterprises, as well as service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. Specific goals related to capital improvements and maintenance and repair funded contracts will be established by ESD on an annual basis. Again, that's spelled out in the lease agreement. So based on the foregoing, the directors are requested to ratify and approve the corporation's fiscal year 2026-2027 operating budget in the amount of $2,709,907 and the capital budget in the amount of $12,670,000.
Thanks, Steve. Any questions from the directors? Any comments? As noted earlier, we had no comments from the public, so I now ask for a motion to approve. Second. Any questions? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. And being there's no further business, now I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting. Second. We are adjourned.
Thanks, everybody. That was way less than 11 minutes.
You're all like,
You know, it takes longer to get through some of these.